Okay, so we've dealt with this. Now, this, according to Arjuna, Krishna's identification with others does not mean that he is equal to them, but that he pervades over them and controls them. Let us examine this. Supporting arguments from the Green Party. Arjuna states this explicitly in the second half of Bhagavad-gita 11.40. Sarvam samapnoshi tatosi sarvaha. This is an admitted version actually. Arjuna explicitly states in the second half of 11.40 that Krishna pervades over them and controls them, and therefore you are everything. The second half of Bhagavad Gita 11.40 means you pervade over everything fully, therefore you are everything. Let's examine this. Namah purastad prishthataste namostute sarvata eva sarva anantavirya mitavikramastvam sarvam samapnoshi tatosi sarva. Obeisances to you from the front, from behind, and from all sides. So unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything. Obeisances from the front and also from behind unto you. Let there be obeisances unto you from all sides. O you who are everything. Sarva is the Sambodhana. You are of unlimited potency and unlimited force. You are everything. You cover everything. Therefore you are everything. So you are everything. Sarvaha, see. Because tataha. Yataha tataha. You cover everything. You pervade everything. If A is identified as B because of feature C, we cannot conclude that A is factually B unless the feature C is that of absolute equality. Okay, so that's one argument that this is true. Second argument, Krishna pervades over everyone, which includes the other worshipable deities. Everyone includes the other worshipable deities. Because he pervades over them, he is identified as them. This is not even needed. Because he pervades over them, he is identified as them. That Krishna is all-pervading controller of all is the understanding of Arjuna, and according to Arjuna, of all the sages and Krishna himself. Because if this was not the understanding, then it would not have been possible for Arjuna to say 10.12, Param Brahma Param Dham Pavitram Paramam Bhavam. See, here Krishna has been identified by Arjuna, by all these sages, and according to Arjuna, Krishna himself, this is what he is conveying, that Krishna is a person, he is an eternal person, he is the original Deva. So the very fact that he is the original Deva implies that the others are subordinate unto him. The very fact that he is the greatest Purusha makes us understand that there are others who are under him. So this and this are admitted positions. What about this? Let us see. The Green Party gives supporting argument. In Vedic scriptures, the pervading controller and the pervaded controlled are identified by default. Vayudeva pervades over and controls air, and hence is identified by default with air. Chandradeva pervades over and controls the moon, and hence he is identified by default with the moon. This language we notice throughout Vedic scriptures, where presiding deities are identified with presided items or areas or whatever, presided existences. That doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that Chandra Deva is identical with Chandra Graha. Similarly, it doesn't mean that Vayu Deva is literally identical with the Mahabhuta Vayu. It is absolutely under his control, therefore it is identified with him. So these are also admitted facts. So if these three are true, then this also would naturally has to be true, because the Vedic language that's applicable here also applies here. Therefore, he is identified as them. If these three are true, these two are anyway admitted to be true. This has been proven to be true. Then this is true. If this is true, then this is false. Another reason. In the Bhagavad-gita, Krishna is very careful to always enclose his statements of identification with statements of non-identification. In the Bhagavad-gita, Krishna's disciple Arjuna also encloses statements identifying Krishna with various demigods, devas, within statements noting Krishna's supremacy over everyone and everything. When a series of statements A, noting that B is not C, is followed by a series of statements D, noting that B is C, which is then followed by a series of statements E, that B is not C, one cannot logically conclude that B is C. So, if these two are true, and this is an admitted fact, then this has to be rejected as being false. Let us examine this. Further supporting arguments. Bhagavad-gita 7.8 to 11 and 7.19. First of all, let's look at Bhagavad-gita 7.8 to 11. That is one place where you find a lot of these identity statements. Krishna says, I am this, I am this, I am this. 7.19 also, Krishna says that after many lifetimes, one who is mature and wise, he realizes that everything is Vasudeva. So that's another identity statement. So you have in chapter 7, text 8 to 11, identity statements. Text 9, identity statements. Text 7.1 to 7, which comes before the first set of identity statements in chapter 7, clearly point out that Krishna is superior to and supreme over everything in existence. Text 7.8 to 11 identify Krishna with some entities within material existence. Text 7.12 to 18 explicitly state his supremacy over everyone and everything else. Then text 7.19 states that Vasudeva is everything. In text 7.20 to the end of the chapter, note that Krishna is superior to everyone else. So you find non-identity statements, identity statements, then non-identity statements, one identity statement, then non-identity statements in chapter 7. This is an admitted fact. Let us open up chapter 7. Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Maya Sakta Manah Partha, Yogam Yunjan Madashrayah, Asamshayam Samagram Mam, Yatha Gyasyasi Tachno. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Now hear, O son of Pritha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt. I will not look at the synonyms for this because it's obvious. The translations are not so much of an issue. Jnanam te ham savijnana vidam vakshyam asheshatah yagyatva neha bhuyonyam gyatavyam avashishyate. I shall now declare unto you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and luminous. Phenomenal means that which we perceive within our senses, using our senses, and luminous means that which is beyond. This being known, nothing further shall remain for you to know.